The real motive behind Brock Lesnar's departure. Edge's return saves the Mysterios. Are you finished, Mr. Vince McMahon? In today's video, we'll look at the circumstances before it all happens and see if Edge's return is set in motion. We'll also find out what's happening with Brock Lesnar, Vince McMahon's retirement, and much, much more. Now let's begin. Hold on to your hats. First, we will start with Vince McMahon's formal retirement, which is unquestionably the biggest pro wrestling story at the moment. Vince McMahon formally declaring that he is stepping down as WWE boss was a big shock, since everyone kind of expected Mr. McMahon to never retire and remain involved in the company for the rest of his life. His full retirement from WWE startled fans. He has been involved in the industry since he was a little child, finally assumed control of it, and through all of the various WWE eras, really made it famous. Fans were taken aback by the statement as well because only a few months prior, Vince McMahon had appeared as a guest on Pat's show and had given the idea that he had no plans to slow down or retire. It was therefore strange to see a full 360 turn on these ideas barely 4 months later. Vince McMahon also posted a detailed statement about his retirement on the WWE website. At the age of 77, he mentioned that he believes it is time to retire. He discussed how it was always nice to surprise, uplift, excite, and simply entertain the fans. He expressed gratitude to the fans as well as to all of the superstars who have worked for WWE in the past and present. He expressed his confidence that WWE will continue to delight fans in the same manner as they always have moving forward. Nick Khan and Stephanie McMahon were also recognized by Vince as co-CEOs of the business. Were his resignation and retirement truly voluntary, or was it more a result of the circumstances surrounding the continuing investigation? That is the important question that no one in the general public is aware of. Therefore, Vince McMahon is no longer in charge of WWE for the first time since 1982. Following Vince McMahon's retirement, a further strange rumor surfaced regarding Brock Lesnar's alleged departure from WWE. Lesnar appeared to be as astonished as the fans when this news broke out. To promote his SummerSlam main event bout with Roman Reigns, Brock was supposed to appear on the July 22nd episode of SmackDown. However, a few hours before the event was scheduled to air, rumors that Brock Lesnar had left the premises began to circulate. Then, according to a subsequent update to the tale, Brock Lesnar allegedly remarked something to the effect of, "If he's gone, I'm gone," clearly alluding to Vince McMahon. Despite their occasional disagreements, Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon have always had a tight friendship. Brock only talks with Vince when it comes to negotiating new contracts and deals. With Mr. McMahon officially announcing his retirement, Brock Lesnar is likely wondering, who am I meant to work with and talk to now? There are only those two in the room when it comes to Brock Lesnar's new WWE deals and talks. As a result, when it became known that he appeared to be solely willing to cooperate with Vince McMahon, he quit. WWE panicked and went back to another Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar bout since they were already short on ideas for a SummerSlam big event. There aren't many superstars deserving enough to walk directly into the SummerSlam main event as a last-minute substitute for Brock Lesnar. So, if Brock's walkout had included skipping SummerSlam, WWE would have had a major problem on their hands. According to reports, Goldberg may step in as a backup in an emergency if something goes wrong. Even while Goldberg appears to be a huge name, the actual bout itself wouldn't be that noteworthy, given that Roman and Goldberg already faced off earlier this year. As a result, they had to either immediately make amends with Brock Lesnar or immediately begin developing their fallback strategy. WWE sort of went along for the ride and removed Brock Lesnar from the SmackDown preview when word spread that he had left. Despite promoting Brock Lesnar all week, they opened SmackDown with Stephanie McMahon and made no mention of his scheduled arrival. However, Brock unexpectedly made an appearance and got knocked out in the show's final seconds.
Oh my God!
Despite being able to lure Lesnar back for the conclusion of the night, reports continue to support the claim that he did leave the arena after learning of Vince McMahon's retirement. All the concerns concerning the SummerSlam main event have been allayed by Brock Lesnar's return on SmackDown. It appears that whatever Brock's predicament was, they were able to resolve it and get him back on the program. The final piece of news for the day concerns Edge, who is said to be appearing on the final episode of Raw before SummerSlam. Over the past few weeks, there have been numerous teasers featuring this enigmatic character, making allusions to earlier conflicts in their career. Of course, only one individual is matched by all the illusions: Edge. It was amusing when Edge was in charge of the Judgment Day, and we frequently discussed how they wouldn't be lost in a crowd under his leadership since Edge is a member of the Hall of Fame. And while it was true, Judgment Day was always receiving a lot of attention, once Edge was abruptly fired, the band lost a lot of steam.
What the hell?
Rhea Ripley, who suffered severe injuries, was one of their members who passed away. The past several weeks have been spent by Finn Balor and Damian Priest trying to terminate Rey Mysterio's career and recruit Dominic to their cause. The narratives of Edge, the Mysterios, and the Judgment Day seem to be poised to converge shortly. Many fans believe that something will go wrong when Rey Mysterio celebrates his 20th anniversary with WWE. Initially, everyone anticipated that John Cena would be interrupted at his 20th anniversary party, but that did not happen. Fans believe that someone will undoubtedly disrupt Rey's party, most likely the Judgment Day, considering Rey's celebration and the recent happenings on Raw. It just seems natural that the Judgment Day would want to knock Rey Mysterio down one more time during the huge celebration, as they have been pestering him over the past few weeks. Dominic could get a new recruitment message from Finn and Damian, but how might the Mysterios be protected from this unexpected Judgment Day attack? What if Edge, the original commander of Judgment Day, pulled off a last-second rescue? This would be the ideal time to wrap up all the teases from previous weeks. Have Edge make a stunning comeback to save the Mysterios and launch his revenge plot against the Judgment Day. Some fans questioned what kind of Edge would be making a comeback. Could we anticipate a somewhat updated version of Edge, given the consistent dark and enigmatic vibe throughout all his teasers? That is undoubtedly a possibility, but according to rumors, WWE may be bringing Edge back to his original rated R superstar character. Therefore, Rey Mysterio's celebration would seem to be the ideal place for Edge to make a comeback. We'll have to wait and see what kind of Edge he turns out to be, as well as whether they manage to cram a Finn Balor vs. Edge SummerSlam fight in at the last minute. See you in the next video.